Okay guys, these are the helmets that I mentioned in my video a few days ago, new helmets to our military collection part 2. I got these 4 helmets all together in an eBay purchase. I paid right at $87 shipping and everything for all 4 of them, which comes out to close to $22 each, which I believe is a good deal, at least for me. And I thought I'd share them with you. This first one here, I thought it was Vietnam era due to the paint on the inside and everything, and I got to looking and I see it's got a stainless steel rim and it's actually a rear seam. And this one was actually refurbished and used during the Vietnam years. It's got a stamp in there of 508, just like my other Vietnam helmets. If you can see that in there, it says 508. But I also got to using a magic eraser, and I removed some of the paint in here. I know some people are against it, but I actually pulled up the original heat stamp. Well, part of it, there's a number and then a 2 and then another number, a 8 and an A. So this helmet being a rear seam and its swivel bell would have to be in the 1200 heat stamp range, which would, in going by the approximate number on it, it would have to date to probably somewhere between March and June of 1945, probably around May or June of 1945. So it's definitely World War II era, just reused. It's painted white. I'm not exactly sure why, and it's got a grayish color underneath, and it actually says SMOW, S-M-O-W, which I've looked up and I have no idea what that means. If any of you guys know what that is, let me know, in military terms what that would mean, but I'm not sure about that. Moving on here, oh, I'm sorry, this is a McCord helmet. Moving on here, another McCord helmet, World War II. This one is a front seam, and it's a fixed bell, no chin strap, unfortunately. This one does have, a stress crack there, and another one here on the back, which that doesn't bother me too much. The heat stamp in this one is, if you can see that, is 212A, which would date this helmet somewhere, give or take around July of 1942. So, that's a somewhat early helmet. Overall in really good condition. I just wish it had the chin straps and everything, but I like it. It goes good with everything else. Moving on here, I have another McCord helmet, front seam, and this one is swivel bells, but this one was actually originally a fixed bell helmet. And what's awesome about this helmet is the man that was selling these on eBay, he read off the heat stamps on the first 2 and the 4th one, but he couldn't find it on this one. So, I use my magic eraser, which is good. I don't use sandpaper or anything to damage the helmets, by scratching them up real bad, but I use it on this, and if you can see that, I know it's kind of hard, but it actually says 89A. So it's a 2-digit helmet, 89A. So it's a very early helmet, and that would date this helmet, like I said, give or take, it would date this helmet to around February or maybe March of 1942. So this is, like I said, a very early helmet, and it's actually just slightly different design. You can see the back end there. There's not much of a slope at all. They kind of made a modification of that, as the war years progressed. It has, basically half the chin strap, but like I said, I really wish this helmet was still fixed bell. That would have been even better, but like I said, I'm really happy to have another early digit one. I've got 2 other ones that are 2-digit. I've got a 63 and then I've got a 94C, which I plan on doing an updated video of my helmets soon. I'm just got a lot going on. I'm trying to get in order first. The last helmet I have here is once again another McCord. This one's a front seam, swivel bell. The heat stamp on this one is 902H, which would date this helmet probably late 1944, maybe around January 45. More than likely, it'd be somewhere probably around maybe October, November of 1944. like I said, it's just kind of a guesstimation on that. It's got the original paint on there. It looks really good, and it's got most of the chin strap. The only thing it's missing is the other half of this right here. It's got this half, but it's actually got it's got the raised buckle on there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's steel. It's not brass. But once again, another good helmet. This one has a little stress crack there, but overall nice condition. Like I said, I paid $87 for these. You know, I feel like that's a good deal for me. I wish they were more complete, but you know, it's okay. Maybe I can, you know, find liners one day and everything else. But one thing I wanted to mention, I should have mentioned it in my other video a couple days ago, is this book right here. I mentioned this in one of my videos called Great Books for Military Collecting. This is Helmets of the ETO, and this is a must-have. If you like M1 helmets, this is over 100 pages, close to 200 pages of examples. And you know, at the beginning of the book, it talks about different chin straps and liners and the bells and heat stamps. If you have McCord helmets, over on page 27, if I can get to it real quick, this book has a heat stamp chart for the McCord helmets, McCord steel shell lot numbers, and you can kind of, you know, use this graph as a rough estimate of when your helmet was made, you know, based off the heat stamp. Just an awesome book. I definitely recommend it. Supposedly they're working on a heat stamp chart for the Schlüters, which, you know, they made about 10% of the helmets in World War II. McCord made about the other 90% or so. But maybe they'll get that book out there. There is a limited amount of information on the Schlüter helmets online, but just wanted to share these with you. Like I said, I've got a lot of ideas for videos and everything. I'm just not one to make a quick video. You know, I like to somewhat do my homework and make sure, you know, I somewhat have my facts in order and everything before I make a video. But guys, thanks again for always watching. Subscribe, like, everything. Check me out later. Thanks.